I entered the military service initially as an enlisted man back in 1952.
Wow.
And in so doing, I served as an enlisted man, and that enabled me to see the view of the military service from the enlisted perspective. And then later, when I went and obtained my degree from Howard University, during that time, I got into the ROTC program.
Right.
And because of the fact that I was in the military for 2 years, I was given a little top-of-the-line sort of preparation, a leadership role. And in that role, I was able to get myself to the point that I completed my 2-year stint, because my initial start in college was at Norfolk Division of Virginia State College, satellited on Virginia State University. And that gave me a 2-year certificate to go into a college to get the last 2 years with.
Oh, I see.
And so during that time that I finished, I did the 2 years as an enlisted man before going back into service. And so once I did that 2 years at Howard University and completing all the courses and things of that sort as a mathematician, I then obtained my commission and went into the service again as an officer, as a second lieutenant. And I served 10 years there in that particular role. And so I had a total of 12 years of military services, all of which was considered to be reserve, not active duty time. But I did have the active duty 2 years as enlisted, and then the active duty 10 years as an officer. And so it was to my benefit to go back on a type of military active role, and I did so with a unit in Owens Mills, Maryland, the 271st USA Aura School. And in that school, we did teaching and the like to military personnel. And we went to summer camps and the like. And of course, I gained points. As an enlisted, you have to get points to as a non-regular Army person. You have to gain points.
Really?
And actually, each year counts as a point. And so for the 12 years, that enabled me. I had
More than that.
I had a lot of points that originated there.
You retired as what?
Lieutenant Colonel.
Now, is Lieutenant Colonel and then they go up to what?
Colonel.
Colonel and then General.
General. Brigadier General.
So you was like 3 steps away from General?
From General.
Wow.
Yes.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
Now, you know, we on from 2 to 2:30, and tomorrow we on at 3 to 4. So basically, we just going to do a recap on yesterday. Now, yesterday we were talking about the chip in a human body, right? And what made you get interested in the topic we were talking about yesterday with Brother Owens L?
Okay.
What's this significant that you got involved?
I got involved with Mr. Owens L by at that point, a friend bringing him to my house and letting him know that I had a situation with the legal world that I need assistance with. And immediately I grasped the spark of this gentleman, a very cordial, respectful gentleman who knew the Constitution and knows it, just like he knows the back of his hand when he looks at it. And he can rattle it off as he did yesterday. I heard some of it as I was leaving the DMV with my daughter to get her driver's license.
Did she get it?
No.
She always come back, right?
She missed it. Yeah,
That's all right.
She missed it by a few seconds. She said she was back in there, and the guy said she didn't know she had a 3-minute time frame.
Oh.
And so that knocked her out.
Now she knows, so she come back and
yeah, she'll get it. She'll get it. She's a brilliant girl. All my children have been brilliant.
Wow.
Even the one that had recently passed.
Okay, Lieutenant Colonel. You got it from their father.
Let me tell you about this.
Mm-hmm.
My son, who recently passed on September the 13th.
Oh,
remember that? That was a Saturday. Mm. I was attending a party of a buddy of mine, the one who enabled me to get into the USA Horror School in Owens Mill. Mm-hmm. I was at a party. He had a gathering of various friends that he met while in the post office, and he was a supervisor. Mm-hmm. I went into the post office while doing a full load of teaching in Baltimore City.
What?
And I did a full load at the Baltimore City post office, the main post office.
Mm. Downtown.
Downtown. And he told me to come on over to the reserve school. I might have to dedicate my time for free for a month or two, or maybe less. And it turned out to be less. And I got into that slot. And from that slot, I got 2 promotions. One as a major, and then one as a lieutenant colonel.
Oh, man.
And so if I had procrastinated for another 3 or 4 months or so, I would have not have made the timeline to get my retirement points together. Wow. So God has blessed me.
God is good.
God is good. Man.
Yeah, so basically, now the chipping device, can you explain what is a chipping device, or can you, let us know more about the chip inside of a body? Okay,
I'm not...
I had Brother Orange L on the line.
Even though I did, I was a special weapons officer, and that had to do with nuclear products.
Oh, okay.
But my version of being trained in it was from the explosive point of view, not from this chip thing. This is a lot more recent than what it was when I was in.
So basically, they just having a chipping device in you, the government have a tracking device, they can track you and make you do various things to your body.
It's all emanating from the satellite that you and I and all of the taxpayers put up into the atmosphere. They are using, the government is using, and I hate to say it, but the government was doing fine when I was on active duty. They did not permit all of us to talk about and know about all of the
They have to keep us hush-hush.
They kept it away from us so that it wouldn't get into the hands of the wrong people.
Wow. Brother Orange L, you listening to this? Okay.
Hello?
You listening to what's going on? I have Lieutenant Colonel.
Hello, Mr. Orange L.
Hello.
Okay, brother.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
We hear you loud and clearly.
Good afternoon, American public. Good afternoon, the public of the world. And good afternoon, the people of Baltimore City. And I give honor to Mr. Haysmith and the Honorable Wallace of practice at any I'm a resident.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to start. You're going to start reading what the what's happening.
Okay. It's called the biomedical telemetry, mind control. That chip that Mr. Owensell was implanted into, I believe, the left side. Was it left side, Mr. Owensell?
Was it left side of your brain?
They knocked me out on June 12th, 1998, after they took my blood pressure medication and took all of the potassium out, man. They knocked me out. Then they slammed my face in the gate and knocked me out again. So that's the day he told me, now you have diabetes. That's how I got diabetes. They took all the potassium out and put me out in the sun. And then they slammed my head in the gate and bust my mouth open. And had the bottom of my mouth hanging under my chin for 55 minutes bleeding. So then they had to do surgery to put my lip back together, my mouth, bottom of my face. And therefore, in my opinion, that's when they put the first chip on me. But then they went in my skull with the electrode. And the Mexican leader of the Mexican organization called Mexican Me, he said they was doing it to his people down in Texas. And they bring the influence through your big left toe. So the main influence is there. But we need help. We need donations, and you can give my number, which is 443-500-9270. And Mr. Hazel can give the P.O. box number. You got the P.O. box number, Mr. Hazel?
Yes, I do.
Give it to the public, sir.
Okay, the post office is Severna Park Post Office, Severna Park, Maryland, 21146, 9919. The post office box is post office box number 896. 896.
896.
That's right.
Well, that's the number of the post office box, 896.
Mm-hmm.
We need as many donations as we can in order to subscribe to people like the doctors in Sonoma University who produced that article, and they can direct us to a lawyer that has special skills in international jurisprudence to be able to take the United States to the World Court of International Justice in Hague, the Netherlands, because the Honorable Larry Wallace of Texas Talk Radio, I can't get enough of giving him honor that brother done put this stuff around the world, and citizens done heard us and will continue to hear us. And Mr. Hasek has done the greatest job of showing love as an angel of Jesus to make sure that these things happen. And we just don't have the financial capability to be able to get a lawyer of that magnitude to be able to step to the federal government. And what disturbs me more than anything else is that there are members of the United States Senate, members in the U.S. Congress that are thoroughly aware that these people in the federal prison system and the U.S. military has established a bond to violate citizens without a warrant. Not only have they established the bond, but the oath of the federal officer is to man his post and not to get involved in manning another post that the public don't pay him for.
Now, give out the number. Give out the number so people can reach you.
443-500-9270.
Once again.
443-500-9270.
And we're talking about a chip was placed in you because you was aware. Where was the chip placed in you, and what did the chip do, and who did it?
I was in Florence, Colorado, in Alcatraz number 3, known as the ADX Supermax U.S. Penitentiary. And the man who's the custodian of these weapons is named Danny Sharp, S-H-O-F-E, a German that's full of hate and he's an in-house FBI agent, and he have a crew of men known as the SIS Department. And the SIS Department are the persons that were on the scene at the time that